Having a Bitcoin transaction stuck on the blockchain because it had too low of a fee is a real pain in the neck. Everybody has experienced it at least once, and everybody wonders how the heck I can make a transaction go through quicker. Today I'm going to show you 3 options on what to do if your Bitcoin transaction is stuck in the blockchain. But before we get started, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe. We have a lot of great videos, including tutorials such as this one and other types of interviews and all kinds of fun stuff. So thank you very much for doing that. The first way is to use a transaction accelerator. There's a lot out there, including via BTC, which I've got up right here, BTC.com, and ConfirmTX, many others. In order to do this, you just need to go to one of these websites and grab your transaction ID. So on the Electrum wallet, I'm going to right-click View Transaction again and copy this transaction ID. Paste it in there, and then you can pay for more or submit it for free. And this will bump up the transaction a little bit to make it go by a little bit quicker. And if it is crowded due to, and it is crowded in the blockchain. So the second way is replace by fee. This is done if you have sent the transaction yourself. In order to do this, you have to use some certain types of wallets. The most common one that accepts this is Electrum. So I'm going to show you how to do that on the Electrum here. And in order to make sure that a transaction has a replaceable fee, you first need to go to make sure that it's turned on. So when you've downloaded your Electrum wallet, go to Tools, Electrum Preferences, and then go over to Transactions and make sure this Replace by Fee button is checkmarked. Then whenever you create a transaction, so I'm going to go ahead and send off this small amount of Bitcoin, and I'm going to click Pay. Under Advanced, you then need to double check that you've got the Replace by Fee checked. If you've turned it on in the tools, it should automatically turn on in the transaction. But it is sometimes a good idea to double check that it is working. Then I've got my fee set up, and I'm going to go ahead and send off this transaction. So now you can see here that I've got this transaction here that has been sent, and it is taking a long time. So I can right-click on it and go to Increase Fee, click on that, and choose a new fee rate, and then click OK, and that will increase the fee for that transaction. That will make it go by a lot quicker. The final option is Child Pays for Parent. This is best used when you are the receiver of a Bitcoin transaction, and especially if you don't have contact with the sender. For example, you're taking money off of an exchange. Because the sender can't do a replace by fee, you can then send out another transaction using the output or the input of the transaction that you are receiving and bump up the fee, thereby incentivizing the miner to accept the block and to process the transaction. The best analogy for this is if you are receiving a letter that doesn't have the correct postage. You then have to pay off the postage due from the sender in order to receive the envelope. First, to check out to see whether you can do this, you need to again right-click and click on View Transaction. Down here, make note of any outputs that are green or yellow. Make sure you take note of the addresses. Write that down or copy that down into a file, as I did here. It's also a good idea to note down the size in bytes of this transaction, which is 225 in this case, and the fee that was paid, which was 17.5 sats per byte. Then go to the Tools menu, Electrum Preferences, Transactions, and make sure that Spend Only Confirmed Coins is unchecked. Then go to the Receive tab and grab a receive address. Get a new receive address right here. Then go to View, Show Addresses, and switch to the Addresses tab. Then you want to do Command F to find the address that you noted down here and see where it is in here. And then you've got it. Right-click on it and choose Spend From. This will then take you over to the Spend tab, input the wallet, the receive wallet that you address that you grabbed right here. Put it in there. Send all of those coins to yourself. This number down here. Click pay, and then send up the fee rate all the way up. Then click on pay. Click on advance, and then slide the fee all the way up, and you'll be able to send this off and have the child pay for the parent. There you have it. There are 3 different ways that you can increase the speed that your transaction is going through to make sure, in case you had accidentally sent it with a low fee and you want that transaction to go through quicker. Thanks for watching, and I hope you tune in on another video.